now that I'm thinking about it, that Rodney Dangerfield kid looks like a cast member on the Dinosaurs.
Yeah, he does. Like with the fucking the hair. Like
Yep.
what was it? It was the neighbor, I guess, that looked like that.
Or the teenage kid, kind
Yeah,
of.
the teenage kid. That's right.
It's
That's
the
right.
eyes and stuff. I feel like this is very offensive. I don't know to who, but it just feels like it's offensive.
To
Like,
Muppets.
The kid, just how the kid looked.
Well, the kid's dead, so
oh yeah, he had a kidney thing.
yeah, he had a kidney thing.
Poor kid.
Because he was a kid.
He didn't make it to an adult knee.
No, he did make it. He
didn't
was
have
in
an
a bunch of
adult
Star
knee?
Trek episodes.
Oh, that's
He
right.
skinned his kidney.
He played a Ferengi and barely needed
He
any
fell.
makeup.
He fell and skinned his kidneys.
God damn it!
Uh,
All right, before we lose it too much.
yeah. I think
Go ahead.
Jonathan gets how this works now.
Yeah, he's like, "What the fuck have I signed up for? We haven't even started the episode yet."
What do you have for me this time? Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
What a bunch of trash.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards, and guys, it's been a super exciting week this week. I don't know if you've heard the news. Blink 182 is back.
Hell yeah, that's a B right off the top.
Tom is back. They're going on tour again. They've got a new album out. This is exciting.
They got a new album.
They've got a new album coming out with a new single.
Wow.
It's very exciting. You guys are not as excited as I am.
I'm stoked. I just want to know, has he toned down the alien shit?
I don't know. I kind of hope he hasn't. I kind of hope he hasn't.
so.
I hope that he's like, you know what? I'm done looking at the stars, but I'm still going to look in my heart out that way. But I'm also going to look at the stars in my bandmate's eyes.
He's kind of a pioneer for all that stuff, isn't he?
Yeah,
He
I
was
love
like-
that guy. God.
Whistleblower.
God. What
I
an
love
exciting
that
time to
Mark's
be alive.
hair continues to stay exactly the same.
Yeah.
Even though it's great. He's never changed his hair.
They all look kind of the same as they did.
Which is
like
weird
20
because
years
they're
ago.
like late 40s.
No.
I would say mid.
50s,
They're like
right?
they were like 10 years older than us.
No, dude, they've got to be 50.
Yeah.
Hey Google, how old is Blink 182
The band.
collectively?
The band started in
They are
1997.
130 years old. Tom
Travis
is 46.
Travis Barker's got to be the youngest, right?
Holy shit, they formed in 92.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah. So Tom is 46. Travis is also 46. Okay, so they're all about the same age.
Wait, they formed in 92. And they're 10 years older than me. The fuck? I guess 16 is when they started? Shit.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Mark is
Dude.
50.
The
What's
original
guy-
drummer was different,
Yeah.
and they had a different name originally. I think it was just Blink, and they had to add the 182 later.
Yeah, because all the other ones were taken.
Well, yeah, you can't just blink once.
181.
That's just sleeping.
It was the 90s. You had to have a number in your band name.
Sum 41, Blink 182,
hmm
Eiffel 65,
Uh,
Matchbox
What
20,
is this?
Matchbox
Summer
20,
41?
yeah.
The Wonders.
the Oneaters.
The Oneaters.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Anyway, joining me this week,
Fuck.
JD Karpicki. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel like I had to do that opening for Joey because he's on assignment right now. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm tired as hell. Tired as fuck. I'm tired as shit. But this movie was exciting.
It was.
It's a fun time. Still spooky season. I watched I watched Children of the Corn recently, and that was really fun. And every time I tell somebody, they're all like, I don't think I've ever actually seen that. And so, yeah, it's not as bad as you might remember seeing it, 25 years ago, whenever you saw it. That's the story. I told you I'm tired. I don't know.
All right. Okay.
What if they made a new one, Children of the Candy Corn, and they just kept coming they were trick or treaters who wouldn't stop coming ever.
They never
They were
stopped.
just
Like
they were just like
arriving?
coming. They were coming all over your porch.
Where does the candy? Oh, the candy.
what?
Yeah.
Also joining us this week, Justin Petty. Welcome back. How are you? It's been a while. How was Fantastic Fest? Oh, it is a thing.
Nice.
Oh, it actually is a. Okay.
Oh, you're smoking the tag?
You got a Zippo?
I gotta be honest, guys. It's good to be back.
Son of a bitch.
Nice.
How was
Fucking
Fantastic
called
Fest?
it, dude.
It was good.
Yeah?
Saw some really good horror.
Did they show Gonan there?
Gonan?
Yeah, did they show Gonan?
I don't know what that is.
You're not doing it right.
I know.
Oh.
I know. This ain't my first
Nothing
rodeo.
much. What's going on with you?
Uh,
Anyway, Joey Graham and Apocalypse Howl are out on assignment this week, unfortunately. But we have a very special guest tonight. He is the operator of RecRoom Arts in downtown Houston. Really cool space. We did a cast and crew screening of Dickhead there. JD does bowl cuts there every month or so. Super, super cool space. Jonathan Fleissman.
Yo,
How are you, man? Welcome to the show.
I'm good, man. A little tired too, but I'm good. I was
Oh,
about to
yeah.
watch the movie.
It's, a little after midnight on a Thursday night. That's how we do this shit. It's kind of fucked. But yeah, the movie that we watched tonight is actually Jonathan's recommendation. We watched 1999's Wild Zero, which is I don't know, how would you describe it, Jonathan? It's like a Japanese horror comedy?
Yeah, it's kind of like a sci-fi horror action film.
Yeah.
A lot of genres going on in there. Musical.
mhm.
Yeah.
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 But it was something that a friend of mine showed me a long, long time ago, and I really actually got into the band Guitar Wolf there for a while too. I was listening to their music for a while, so
Yeah, so this movie stars the band Guitar Wolf, and the music of the film is by Guitar Wolf. It's pretty cool.
yeah, they do a lot of the music. And like I said, I think it was before COVID, but they came to Houston. Like
Oh,
it wasn't that
that's
long ago.
cool.
that's very
Yeah.
cool. It's cool that they're still touring, especially like internationally, because yeah, like we said, this was 99. I don't know how long the band was active before that. I assume for a little while for them to be big enough to make a movie. But yeah.
Were they pretty big? I've never
I
heard
don't-
of them before.
I think like well enough because they're like rockabilly. So like in that scene, I think they're kind of known. But that's like a
Okay.
genre that's not like huge in general.
Well, yeah, like rockabilly. I feel like rockabilly and rock and roll is pretty big in Japan. It's not as big here anymore. Like it kind of came and went here, but
Unless you're Fred Olin Ray, and then it's rockabilly
well,
rock
yeah, naturally.
all day.
Early 2000s, I think it got big here. I remember like some of it.
Yeah,
I remember
it was-
seeing upright basses in bands for a little bit there.
yeah. The Cherry
So-
Poppin' Daddies were
Yeah.
the rage for a little while.
I remember
Yeah.
listening to the Buzz when I was a kid, and Zoot Suit Riot came on, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
I mean, it's rad. Like I just thought we were in a different universe for a second, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Wild Zero is a pretty interesting movie.
Hang on. How are you, Adam?
Yeah, Adam.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm
How
great.
are you doing?
It's amazing. Joey's not here for 1 week, and suddenly everybody cares about me. It's
Well, don't
just,
forget-
I've always cared about you.
but you haven't.
I haven't been here in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Absence made the heart grow fond.
JD only cares because I care.
That's
Fucking
true.
cuck.
You know, I feel pretty good because, like, honestly, I wasn't supposed to be here this week. I was supposed to be out on assignment, and then Joey started feeling not so great, and so we were like, "Shit, we might not have an episode this week." And then my plans got blown up, and then it was like, "Well, actually, let's just do this shit." And so now here we are. So you know what? I feel pretty good. holding
Nice.
it down.
Where were you going?
I was supposed to be in Denver this weekend to visit my
Okay.
buddy.
Oh, cool.
But
I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
no, it's fine. I mean, it was just things came up, and so it was just we're gonna try to reschedule for a little while, like maybe a couple weeks from now. But
Yeah. I don't even like that guy anyway. So yeah.
yeah, well, you know, it's cool. I get to watch the Astros
He said,
instead.
sorry to hear that, like he died or something.
I know,
I'm really
right?
sorry to hear that, man.
Oh,
Sorry
damn,
you couldn't
dude.
go to Denver.
Well, when you
So
said
you had to
plans, I thought it was like
postpone
a work trip or something. You're like, oh, now I get the, week off
No,
or
no,
something,
no,
but
no.
no.
But instead, I get to stay home and watch the Astros go up 2-0 against the Mariners. Hopefully, they've finished the series by the time this episode comes out, but we'll see.
Yeah, because Bowl Cuts is on the 25th, and if there's a game that night, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, like you said, Wild Zero is kind of a horror comedy musical type thing. It's made in Japan. You've got this like really cool rock and roll band, and there's aliens and zombies and all kinds of shit. Did anybody want to take a stab at the plot rundown? We can be pretty quick on this one.
No.
Justin
Jonathan's
says no.
seen it the most.
Yeah. I guess, okay, how to make this as quick as possible. There's basically, I would say, like an alien invasion going on, sort of, where they've, like, I guess, sent some kind of meteorite which turns everybody into zombies. And Guitar Wolf basically just shows up and kicks ass and saves the planet, I think, you know.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's the broad strokes. I mean, like, I guess to add to that, you've got this really interesting scene because you also have this character named Ace who is like, is he a musician? What is his thing? Is he like
was
an
in the crowd,
up-and-coming-
and he was like,
I don't
just
even think he's a
staring.
musician.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he says he wants
he's-
to be. He wants, like,
Right.
he wants to be, but he's like, there's a point. Remember, he cries a lot in the movie, but there's a
Yeah.
point where he's crying. He's like, I can't even play guitar, you know.
He's too busy combing his hair. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Dude loves to comb his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a killer
Insert
pump.
supercut here. Because, man, it's 1999.
Yeah.
The Matrix was all the rage.
Got to do the quick version this time. I'm writing down rah, 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 and we're good. Please, vice versa.
There's also some really interesting, like, love stories going on.
Totally. Because, yeah, you've
Yeah.
got this guy, Ace, and like at the beginning of the movie, he's at the Guitar Wolf show when the meteorite crashes. And then I guess Guitar Wolf goes into the back room and they have this weird confrontation with their manager, who's known as the captain. And then there's like a fight that breaks out that somehow Ace is involved in. I don't really remember how that happens, but then Guitar Wolf cuts his hand and then cuts Ace's hand, and they become blood brothers.
Yeah.
And then Guitar Wolf gives Ace this whistle, and he's like, "Hey man, if you're ever in trouble, you blow this whistle," and then fucks off.
Yeah.
And Ace is just kind of living his life, and he meets this chick at a gas station, and she's wearing capris, and he's like, capris are hot, and he's like trying to fuck her, but then zombies happen, and then they make out. That's what it is. They make out, and just like every man, as soon as he comes, he starts crying, and he starts talking about how he's not worth it, and he's just, everything goes wrong for him, and he's a failure, and all this kind of stuff.
And how he believes in God now.
Yeah, he believes in God
He
because
believes-
she was
Yeah.
such a good kiss, and God is real. And then she decides to break his concentration by getting naked in front of him.
Yeah.
And then it turns
also
out,
glowing from her skin somehow.
yeah,
Like
she's like powder.
yeah.
But she gets naked in front of him, and it starts at her face, and he's like panning down, and he sees like her tits.
It's like the face.
Yeah, like the face,
Yeah.
like the shoulders. Nipples
and
are a
top.
little,
Okay.
little
Yeah,
big,
sure.
little big on the nipples.
That's fine. Let's keep going.
Kind of flat up top, and then he gets a little further down. And I don't know if this was edited for a YouTube cut or what.
No, they do the Fincher cut, I think, which is the one frame a cartoon
Yeah,
penis.
he starts having
that's
an
very small.
aneurysm. Wait, was that really? There was a penis?
Yeah, but it was like Technicolor, so I don't even know what was going on there.
Yeah.
Oh, it was too pixelated. I just thought it was like a solid red screen.
Well, they flash it and then they do it again a little bit longer just to let you know, like, hey,
Yeah, that's what you do when you show a penis.
there's a
Yeah.
penis here.
And then dolly zoom into him making a very terrified face, and then he runs out of the room screaming because
This
has
is
a
the
penis.
most scared anyone is in the entire movie of anything. Is him scared of this girl being a boy.
Of her penis, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and even because he runs into zombies like a little bit later, and he's like, God, this is inconvenient.
Yeah.
And he goes back to crying about her because he's in
Oh,
love.
those spaceships, weird.
He's in
And I
love
have
with
to-
her. But
I have to, like, she's glowing like Mr. Burns in The Simpsons. When
Yes, that's
and,
exactly right.
Like,
Oh God.
yeah. So I had to bring that up. I'm sorry.
Mr. Burns as an alien. Yeah.
Yes.
When he pulls his dick out, yeah.
Yep.
I
The-
also love that, like, there's a series, like, this guy found God and lost God all in the context of like
Yes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
But then what happens, I think, is really fucking cool because he finds God, he loses God because he discovers that he finds God because he falls in love with this woman. And then he loses God because he discovers that in his mind, the woman is actually a man. And so he runs off, has his nervous breakdown. And then Guitar Wolf appears out of nowhere.
Yeah. No whistle.
Almost like a vision.
Yeah.
And then is just pointing at him and yells at him. And he's like, you don't understand. Rock and roll has no boundaries. And then he says, rock and roll has no borders, nationalities, or genders.
Believe in rock and roll.
Believe in rock and roll. Rock and roll is love.
Hell yeah.
And then the ace is just kind of like, you know what? Yeah, I love this chick. And then he gets up and he runs out. And it's like he finds God, he loses God, and then he realizes that God is rock and roll. And it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then
Scott
he goes,
Pilgrim earns the power of self-respect.
yeah. Exactly.
It was a beautiful PSA
Yeah.
for trans love.
And
Yeah.
then he goes and fucks up some zombies. And and then you've got like a love story between Toshi and Hamoko. I don't remember her name.
Hanako, I think.
Yeah, Hanako. Yeah.
Hanako
And-
Slimmer.
Toshi gets bitten and he turns, and then he bites her and she turns, and then at the end they reunite as a zombie couple. And that's really
So
cool.
cute.
They turn
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
The kiss cam that they do is an interesting, like, with a little heart
I
silhouette.
love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. To show that people are in love, let's put a heart around them.
I just love how like it looks like a dude just holding it in front and he's like real nervous.
Yeah. It
They just put
definitely is.
Ian in front of the camera with a
Yeah. Hey, can we get Ian with that heart thing? The green screen? Yeah.
You should do that for the next bowl cuts. Just get Ian to hold a big
Yeah.
poster board.
Yeah.
But you've got to put him inside one like a black.
Yeah, he's
a,
he's
a
gotta
green
have
man
the
suit, but a
unitard.
black one.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
say that?
Or a red. No, do it red so it matches the poster board.
Yeah. And the poster board's
Yeah.
like on sticks, so he has to like
Yeah.
hold it like a puppeteer or some
Yeah.
shit.
Or white, and
Yeah.
he can jump through it like he's the arrow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ian.
Big shout out to Ian.
I'm gonna plug his Twitch stream later. That'll be.
Oh,
I
fuck
bet
yeah.
you are.
He's got like 10, I think 10 followers. So
Fuck
help him
yeah.
out.
Nice.
But yeah, this movie is just kind of about the power of rock and roll and how rock and roll has no borders, nationalities, or genders. Well, it does have some borders because fuck aliens, right?
Yeah.
Well,
They are being dicks. They are trying to like turn everybody into zombies for whatever reason, you know.
Yeah, well,
Rockers without borders.
because really the problem is that they didn't come here the right way,
Right.
right? Like that's
What is Adam? What is the right way to
they're
come?
not sending their best zombies.
yeah.
Uh,
This zombie caravan is really a big problem, guys. And
Yeah,
we gotta.
it's election year.
yeah.
You know?
They're just moping around down there.
There's
there-
there's a lot of great characters though throughout the thing, man. Like
Totally.
I was just remembering what was the one guy's name with the butterfly knives?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
what is his
dude.
name?
We have dual butterfly knives.
Dual
This is
butterfly knives.
Buscemi's friend. This is
it was Samurai
Toshi
Champloo.
and yeah.
I think it's Yamazaki is the guy who actually looks like a character from the Yakuza Like a Dragon game. And it's pretty fantastic. But yeah, he has like dual fucking
The
butterfly knives.
What game?
Dude, yeah, and he's on a trance a lot of the time. I'm still not really sure what's happening with that, but dual fucking butterfly knives.
Fuck yeah, that guy rules.
There's a lot of really cool props.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JD loved the flaming mics.
Oh man.
Oh my
I gotta
God,
get one of
yes.
those. I'm gonna get one.
I got that as one of my shout outs.
Is there gasoline in there?
Mics are
Like,
awesome.
how does it work? Every time
Yeah.
they sing, flame comes out at the back of the microphone. It's not an effect. This
how
is
the
like a
fuck
thing.
Does that work? Yeah.
I feel like they do that in their show, and then the movie was like, "Hey, can you bring those mics?" Like they didn't. It's not the movie that did that. They just had that.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
The flaming lips should use those.
guarantee that's the way it works. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, the flaming lips should use those.
Yeah.
I made a comment during the movie, but I was like, man, Guitar Wolf and Kiss should go on tour together. Their ideologies are completely different, but they would put on a great fucking show. That's all I care about. But
The Venn diagram of those audiences, you would find out it'd be you and then like three other guys.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
be like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Wild Zero, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It would literally be like two groups of people, one group on one side and one on the other. Like,
it's you and Jonathan, and the crowd goes, and you're like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
I mean, what? Yeah, I would be if I saw a rockabilly at a Kiss show. I'd be like, "What the fuck's going on?" Yeah,
Yeah.
hey man, I saw Kiss at the rodeo one time. That was a fucking wild time. Because you had three groups of people. You had the people that were there for the rodeo and were dressed accordingly, the people that were there for Kiss and were dressed accordingly, and then you had me who was dressed for both.
how do you?
Please tell me there's a picture of that.
I want to know what that look.
There
is.
might be. I'd have to find it, but yeah.
Which
Wrangler's
one were you
boots
again?
and fucking. I was Paul Stanley.
There. Okay. Yeah. That's...
Yeah, I was Paul
I saw
Stanley.
a meme the other day that was like, Kiss is just boomer juggalos.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Yeah. Whoop
Yeah.
whoop.
Whoop whoop.
If you're a juggalo listening to this podcast, email trashmoviekings@gmail.com.
Please, because I would love to play The Gathering. Oh my god, if we could do a live show at The Gathering.
I will send you a 6-pack of Faygo if you email
Guys,
us.
y'all are just yelling into the void. Juggalos don't have internet.
They're like Amish.
Yeah, man. Their gathering is strictly word of mouth and whispers.
Oh.
There is a great rabbit hole I have to recommend, even if this gets cut. The people who permanently tattoo their face as a juggalo.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's a lot of like drugs too. So
Sure.
it's like a very sad story, but there's a guy who has like the eyebrows and the lips, and like it's like, you know, the people who you are actually emulating don't do that. They paint it on, you know. So it's a fun.
Those
hole.
guys aren't that committed to the bit. What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this until, and I probably should fact check this, but I was told that the Juggalo, I believe it's the Juggalos, were actually considered like a gang for and like they were like on the FBI watch list and all that
in
shit.
the 90s, or like someone went to the show.
Technically, still.
Oh wow.
Really? Because I thought
there's
they
a
were
Juggalo
relatively
documentary.
peaceful.
They are.
Well, they are because it's the
all
people
bullshit.
that are fanboy, like people who are going there to like I don't know. It's like they're trying to be. They think the Juggalos are something else, so they're going to like, you know, thrash and do.
Right.
Yeah.
They definitely look like they would be a hate group, but when you actually talk to them and everything, they're just like kind of idiots, but they're very nice people.
Yeah.
Well, I would say they're the opposite of a hate group because they're really, some of them, but they're really inclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they're
all-
super
they're like-
inclusive. Yeah.
They're a group love group.
Uh huh.
Yep.
Juggalove.
Juggalo. There is a good
Wee-o.
documentary that came out. I don't know. It might not be out yet, but I watched it at Fantastic Fest last year.
Oh,
Fuck. American. It might be just called American Juggalo.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
But it talks all about like the gang stuff.
Okay.
Speaking about emulating musicians or whatever, like that culture, like I would like to be cool enough to dress like Guitar Wolf.
Oh, you can. You just have to own it.
dude.
That's a lot of leather.
Yeah, it's a lot of leather. It's very hot for Houston, but you could do it. Just own it. Just wear those sunglasses that block out all light.
Mhm.
Like they're clearly
Robot
just painted black.
Get a Wolf motorbike, with a wine bottle cup holder in the front.
Yeah.
No, get one of those little ruckus spikes
Mm.
and toot around town with that.
Start howling at people. Right, because he's a wolf.
He's got his little wine cup holder in the front.
Yeah.
Start electrocuting people with the power of your.
Oh god, you need like some kind of wolf biker gang patch on the back of your jacket.
Yeah.
Or just go up to people and do
electrified
that
guitar
monologue.
picks.
Be like, Ace, there's no limits to rock and roll. Just go up and start accosting people with that.
Rock and roll will never die.
Yeah. Just like
who was y'all's favorite character though?
Oh,
Captain, hands down.
the captain. Yeah,
The
that's
captain.
the captain without a doubt.
So
Nice.
indeed.
This guy.
So. Bowl cut, balls out. Let's go.
見つけました。隣町でライブやってます。
本当か？小屋どこだ？
国道を南にぶっ飛ばしたところにある店がアパッチしてて。
He's just sniff his fingers.
Yeah.
They do this bullshit. Oh, he's back with his shorty shorts.
Love this guy.
Yeah, get those Daisy Dukes out and all of his weapons.
This guy fucking rules.
Like, I'm gonna be the captain for Halloween. I was thinking about a costume.
Fucking
I'm going to be
time.
the captain for the rest of my life. That's what's going to happen.
But
Like,
which wig are you gonna wear?
the captain is my ICP.
Oof.
Okay, are you gonna go all the way and buzz cut your head and dye your hair orange, and then put a red wig over that?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm gonna wear my red wig when I go to Wendy's, and then my black wig when I go to Chick-fil-A, and then like,
I would love for us
remember that weird like bowl cut character on Spanish TV with the
Yes.
freckles.
Oh, of
Yes.
course, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's who that wig reminded me of. I
It
just
was
like
him, but
when he would look into the
evil.
camera and he would just be like the most adorable little smile.
he
Yeah.
fucking rules. He loses his pinky at the beginning of the movie, Yakuza style,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the movie he's just wearing these fucking hot pants with his bulge in the front and his
Yeah, you
bob
gotta when he
wig.
comes in with that outfit on.
Yeah.
He's got the like white polo golf shirt on, and then just the tightest shorts that are laced up on the side, and he comes in like dick first. Like he's not
Go-go boots.
Yeah.
Mhm. On the phone.
They were like Peter Pan go-go boot, high-heeled Peter Pan boots.
That man knows what he's about, and I fucking love it.
Mhm.
I was cracking up when was it you Adam that said that he looked like fucking Wendy's?
Yeah, it was either me or JD. Yeah,
Yeah, he's the Wendy's in Japan.
he totally is. Yeah, there's that really cool shot of him fairly later in the movie. He's like getting in his car wearing, I think it's like
Oh
a
my
white
God.
polo, blue hot pants,
Mhm.
and everything. And he gets in his car, and then all of his henchmen just pile guns on top of him.
In his
And it's
lap.
absurd. And he's just sitting there like a fucking king, and they're
Yeah.
just throwing all these guns in his lap, and he's just like, hell yeah. And then he drives the fuck away.
Dude, they do this bullshit. Oh, he's back
hell
with his
yeah,
shorty
dude.
shorts.
Love this guy.
Yeah, get those Daisy Dukes out and all of his weapons.
This guy fucking rules.
I am kind of confused about where the laser eyes came from, though. Was he an alien?
Whoa.
Laser eyes.
Okay.
Dang. Wait, are they the aliens?
Oh yeah, maybe he is an alien.
That's
He
what
must
I
have
think.
been.
Well, he blew up all the UFOs. So what was he?
No, he didn't.
No,
Yeah,
that
he
was
did.
Guitar Wolf.
No,
blew
Guitar
up-
Wolf blew up
blew
the UFOs.
No,
No.
Guitar Wolf sliced it.
He sliced the
big one in
mothership.
half. But the laser eyes guy was shooting after he shot into the windows. He started shooting the UFOs, the spinning
Oh
ones.
yeah, because he shoots
Oh.
like
Little
3 windows with that grenade rocket.
And he was shooting them
propelled
like
launcher.
skeet.
Yeah, he did that, and then Guitar Wolf whipped out his like whatever that was, Epiphone katana.
His katana.
Yeah.
Guitana.
Damn it.
Right before that,
You
so
copyright
the
that.
captain, the captain shoots a grenade launcher into the window where Guitar Wolf is. Guitar Wolf jumps toward the explosion out the window.
Right.
He's on fire
And yells rock and roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he lands in a superhero stance, and then he like tunes his guitar like burn, 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 burn. I was like, what the fuck?
Bye bye.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
He really killed his friends, huh?
Yeah. This dude loves to not shoot his gun.
Did he just tune his guitar when
Yeah.
he fell out of the window? But yeah,
Then he pulls
I
out his
mean-
revolver and misfires 3 times.
correct.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, but
It's amazing.
yeah.
He continues to forget. Every time he pulls that gun out, he forgets to cock it before he shoots.
Yes.
He did. They actually made like a joke of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
There's-
loved.
He grabs.
love-
Okay, I'm sorry. We have to go back to the katana. Because
Katana,
when he grips it, like he's about to pull it out, we were all like, "No fucking
Yeah.
way!" You know. And then you just see the blade, ching, and then he slices a mothership.
Whoa! Full tang, baby!
it's a blade.
Like it's just so fucking awesome. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, John.
I was gonna say I also loved. He was my favorite character. Guitar was my favorite character. But the fucking pick scene where he just like fucking
Fucking gambit slinging them.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Wait, the fuck? Electric picks?
That's his guitar pick shurikens.
Hell yeah. And David Burberry is like, "What'd you just do?" Because she was kicking ass like until he started doing that barrage of
Yeah.
guitar picks.
He started picking ass.
Well, yeah, it's also worth talking about.
Strumming names.
You know, pick your pick in his battles.
There's a couple of really cool shots in this movie of people holding guns. And there's like that first one is the
Yeah.
chick in the shower when the
Dude,
zombies get her in the shower. And she just, I don't know where the gun came from because she's in the shower, but she turns
Right.
around and she just whips her fucking gun out. And it's very like Tarantino. The gun takes up half the frame. And
Yeah,
then
wide
she's
angle,
like,
like,
yeah,
it's
like
fucking
she's
awesome.
way back
Tits
in the
out.
frame. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's such
that
a
was
fucking
real
cool
cool.
shot.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
look at that.
Yes.
That's a cool
just-
shot too.
Yeah, that was great. Got you some boobs and also shower guns. It's just
Yeah.
tight.
Shower gun. Yeah,
Shower
grab your
guns.
shower gun. I got my
We live
lunch
in
gun.
Texas, and I've never thought of a shower gun before.
She kept it in her skin holster.
We got beat by Japan. She keistered it, right?
Where did I wrote down keistered it?
Put that brass in your ass. Oh yeah, keister it.
keister it. I'm
So
sorry.
Jonathan, you've seen this movie a couple times.
Yeah.
Can
It's
you
probably, like, my
explain?
third or fourth time?
Can you explain the gold balls?
No, not really. So like
It's a zombie pearl.
it was, like
They're
They
just
were
in the
in all-
zombies.
I don't get that part. of
Mining
the movie
zombies
still.
for pearls.
I don't think it was. It looked to me like Guitar Wolf palmed it, and like he palmed it from somewhere else and then put it in the zombie's body and pulled it out as like a decoy, and was like, "Look, the zombies have gold balls in them."
Yeah.
That's
Are you
what it
sure
looked
that
like
wasn't
to
just
me.
the movie?
It very well could have been. They just didn't
And-
block it correctly.
This ball is right behind your large
Yeah.
intestine. Here.
And then they say at one point, Captain, I think, says that the gold balls are not even gold or they're worthless or some shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're just chocolate.
Yeah.
There's chocolate in the zombies. All right.
That would be cool.
The gold ball comes out first in El Capitan's scene, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Because he
Yeah, when
said
that-
that's when he's laughing hysterically and he goes, "Yeah, bring me some milk." Like,
I forgot about that.
it has begun.
Oh,
欲しい
we have a brass ball, I guess.
Gold ball.
Brass buns.
おいミルク持ってこい
What did he say?
Yeah, I wrote
Like one
that
of his
down.
first lines. Yeah.
Hey, bring me some milk. And then he chugs his milk while Guitar Wolf is chugging a beer.
Yeah, he's a little troublemaker, this guy.
He's such a stinker.
A little
He's a little
naughty
knucklehead.
boy.
Yeah.
I love this man. He's a little stinker. God, we should all be more like the captain.
Yeah.
No, I do have the confidence, I think, to dress like that more than I do, I think, in the leathers, the full leathers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
It's definitely like a Raggedy Andy type look.
Yes.
Mm.
I also
Yeah.
liked the captain's henchman who was wearing a crop top tactical shirt. I thought that was an interesting choice.
Yes.
The henchman who just understands chest taps.
It was-
Captain
Oh,
just
yeah.
like taps him on the chest and he's like, I get it. And then he leaves.
Yeah, the costume
Morse code on his
department-
chest.
Yeah, the costume department for this movie was great.
Mhm.
Everybody loved Tobia's capris.
Yeah. The cut off capris.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking Toshi's fucking rooster jacket is great.
Mhm.
Very distinctive looks in this movie.
Oh, what was the gun slingers, their dealer's name again? The chick that we saw in the shower with the shower gun.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Is she like a dealer or is she like military?
We were calling her David Bowie.
Okay,
Yeah.
David Bowie had that sweet ass unitard with like the fur.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She had the David Bowie suit. It was great.
Yeah.
I think Masao?
Oh, are we talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
I call her David Burberry. That was my joke.
Oh, I
Burberry,
get
yeah.
it. Like the Burberry suit. Gotcha.
Yeah, David.
Okay.
Because it sounds like Bowie. I see. Yeah, but it's not Bowie. It's Burberry.
Right.
If you say it really fast, it could
Mostly
be
it starts with B. That's all. But yeah.
It does. But so does Bowie. So
David Burberry. Burberry.
yeah, I'm looking over my notes and like through the Wikipedia and everything, and we pretty much covered.
Does they explain the gold ball? Because I don't know.
No,
I-
God,
I-
no, they
I-
don't.
I-
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's chocolate.
It's like asking a brain to
Uh,
explain magic rocks.
We didn't talk about zombie directions. That was what I wrote down.
That was great.
So Yeah.
And the zombie.
I
So-
was
and the
like, what are
zombie
you talking?
seal.
Oh,
The
yes.
captain pulls over. This is after what's his face? The
Toshi?
Buscemi. Yeah.
Toshi, yeah.
He gets bit and he's like wandering around looking for his girlfriend, but he's not like really hungry for anybody. And the captain's just like so casual about everything. He's like, where did Guitar Wolf go? Can you take me there? And he puts his arm around him and
Yeah.
stuff. And he just like casually like bites him in his thumb. And then he's like, God damn it. You know, it's like
Motherfucker.
yeah, so casual.
Throws him in the trunk.
Yeah, throws him in the trunk. And that's it. And then he slowly turns into a zombie sometime later. And then laser eyes.
And then he uses him as a human shield too.
That was great. Yeah.
Wait,
He
does
gets
the captain
shot
turn
multiple
into a
times.
zombie,
He
Yeah.
does.
or does he just start using his laser eyes?
Well, he has pepperoni hand at the end.
I
Yeah,
think
he
what it
definitely does,
is,
yeah.
because when Captain and Guitar Wolf fight, there's like that weird moment where Captain has sparklers on his boot heels,
Mhm.
and then Guitar Wolf.
I think that's Guitar Wolf, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what that was.
Oh,
Was
maybe it
Guitar
is.
Wolf
Electricity.
shocking him, or did he like
So,
make him
yes,
step in something?
Guitar Wolf is definitely shocking him. He's electrocuting him with something. I don't know if it's his guitar picks or
Rock-
his
rock and
whistle
roll.
or what. Or yeah, just the power of rock and roll, his squippity flappity do.
There you
And
go.
then the captain dies
Mhm.
from the fight, and then he
Maybe.
gets. Well, I think he does, because then
Does
he
he
gets
die?
reanimated later because he's like laying down in a heap, and then all the electricity comes back into his body and he gets up. And so I think it's a combination of Guitar Wolf's power of rock and roll and the zombification of Captain, that maybe
Ooh.
those two things combine into explodey laser eyes.
Because when he gets
yeah, this is only-
electrocuted and he wakes back up, he goes, "This really does it for me." And then he starts killing everybody with his laser eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Base Wolf shows up and shoots him with a rocket launcher.
Yeah, then he gets bazookaed through the stomach, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that one cut? What was that one cut where we all were like, "What the fuck?" There was just like an explosion scene, like
Yes.
like white.
Yeah,
So
it
I've
was
got that-
Butterfly Knife Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he touched him, like, and then there was an explosion that came through.
Well,
But
it
wasn't-
was like it was Butterfly Knife Guy in the gas station. Whoa!
Whoa! No! Oh, okay, that was a
Wait,
transition.
what the fuck?
I thought he just lit his hair on fire.
Yeah, I was like, this dude can fucking breathe fire?
Pyro, baby. Oh, this is a
Fire
commercial. Oh, man.
Oh, that was a
Why-
weird transition
why
to
did that
immediately come
transition
back.
I thought that was an ad.
I guess so. Let's go ahead and move on to favorite parts, because we could do this all night,
Oh yeah,
but this is not Captain America. So
it's just Captain.
let's start with Justin. Did you have any favorite parts that haven't already been discussed? And if it has been discussed, bring it up again, because holy shit, this movie.
No, I mean I've got both of mine were just discussed. Like the fire transition was amazing. It was ridiculous when it happened, and then when it cut right back to him, it just took it over the top, and I couldn't
Yeah.
stop laughing. And I think we all know that the traveling shots are my favorite. The long extended everything shots. So if we want to, I don't know if you're into it. I don't want to ask for a supercut, but if you wanted to edit it together, maybe that would be kind of cool.
It's
while
gonna
I'm
be like
talking
a
about it.
5-minute supercut of 3 shots.
And here
There's
it
more than
is.
3 shots. There was like 6 of them, because the walk-in ones too.
No, I understand. I could do that, but then that would be 10 minutes.
Cue that supercut.
We're not trying to hit time for this one, all right? Like,
Oh yeah, man, it's just as funny this time too.
Oh
was
man, that
great.
was a great supercut, dude.
you son
Thank
of a
you for
bitch.
putting that time in, Adam.
You son of a bitch. Jonathan, any favorite parts that we haven't mentioned yet?
I did like in the beginning when the zombies first show up and there's like the 2 Yakuza dudes. That whole scene was hilarious. Like they're in the car, they're like, "Fuck it, I guess we can't do anything." And that one dude blows his brains out.
Yeah, he does. He's like, "Fuck this."
I forgot about that.
the other guy like gets out of the car for whatever reason.
And the other guy just has the door open and he's yelling at people, and there's like 10 zombies.
To get out
Just
the road.
starts trying to like fucking kneecap them.
That scene made me laugh. I forgot about that one. I thought the fucking concert that they do, where you see the flaming microphone and the roaring blood song, that's probably one of my favorite parts. That was just kick ass.
Yeah, that's a cool part. Yeah, I mean, they definitely take their time showing off their concert.
Yeah,
which I dig. I really like it. So
yeah, that's probably one of my favorite parts. And then I don't know. I just thought I thought Guitar Wolf's message when he shows up in the vision and he's like, "Hey, love has no borders or gender or boundaries." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that too.
Rock and roll has no, well, you know.
Because just for context, before that, Ace is basically Ace Ventura finding out that Finkel is Einhorn and crying and screaming in a corner. It's almost like a similar shot too, which is really odd. But anyways, continue.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty much it. But instead of them, it was good because for a moment there, you're like, oh, this is kind of transphobic, and then it's like, oh, it's actually turns into like a really kind of.
Right.
It's a good kind of bait and switch, right? Where you think that especially for 1999, you're like, wow, yeah, this is transphobic. This is not aged well, and then immediately it's like, nah, that's a fucked up thing that you just thought. This is like treat her like a human being.
Yeah. Yeah, he spends time really thinking about it. He's kind of annoying, but he really works through it though.
Yeah. JD.
Yes.
Any favorite parts that have not been mentioned? Or that have?
I think everything, the bring me some milk. Captain's my favorite part. Everything he does, no need to reference him. We've probably seen him already enough. The first note I wrote was bull cut, balls out. And that's all you need to know. Justin said keister it, which was really funny. I already mentioned zombie directions, David Burberry, all these guys. Okay, so I'll just bring up one random part that we all really laughed at. It was this like, it's right before that zombie scene that Jonathan just talking about. They're driving, and there's this like businessman who's like not a very good actor. He's just like, you can do blah 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 blah, and he's just laughing really weird. And then like the guy he's talking with says something, and then he goes rah 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 rah.
伝えたいんだけどさ。すいません。時間なかったですからね。
Like he just I don't know what the subtitle was, but he definitely brushes him off with a rah 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 rah, and that was really fun.
Yeah, that's a good part.
That was a great part.
That was good. I had pretty much all of those. The other two that I had that have not been mentioned yet, near the very beginning, I think it's Ace in the bathroom and the piss stream. Nice.
Squibbly flabbly dude.
Now that's a powerful stream.
Oh, that
I know,
stream just ended.
It shakes the camera, like makes me feel like it's coming out of my chin. Oh,
what the fuck? This is so bad.
This is Austin Powers. Yeah. You might have a kidney stone.
My God. I don't know why this exists, but it's great. And you even get him like, it's just, so sorry for those of you who are listening and not watching, it is a CGI stream of piss going into a urinal that does not follow fluid mechanics as you would think. Like it's just a column of piss, but it starts and stops like a real person would, right? Like, you know, for the ladies out there, men, when we finish peeing, we're not just done. Sometimes we got a couple pumps after that. So does this fucking CGI piss stream. He pumps like 2 or 3 times after he's done. I thought that was pretty.
He's pumping loads.
He's pumping loads. And then another one, which is like a legitimately cool thing that I wish we saw more of in these movies, is near the end. I don't remember if it's Ace or Guitar Wolf. I think it's Ace, but he just kicks a fucking door down, and it's one of those really cool shots where the foreground is really dark and the door that he's kicking through is backlit like fuck, and there's a bunch of fog and everything. And it's that like really low angle hero shot of him kicking a door vertically down, and it slaps down, and it's just like his silhouette standing there. And I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great.
Is that the same crowbar?
Oh, nice.
Cool shot.
It's a shot we don't see a lot of.
Reminded me of like the Thing silhouette on the cover. Of the Thing.
Yes.
It reminded me, I think, of what is it, Evil Dead, where there's like a scene of that too. I think when Ash,
when he's already got the chainsaw in his hand. He just like kicks it back in to kill the zombies. Or the demon.
Yeah. What a cool shot.
Cool. Well, now that we've done the favorite parts, we can move on to the next segment. We can go ahead and move on to the bees. I've got a fuckload for this movie.
Hell yeah!
All right, I don't have a fuckload, but I've got one fucking combo breaker. Do you have any combos?
I have a couple combos. Listed? Do you want to do yours first or last?
It's kind of a gamble. Do you want to go first or last?
I mean, I guess I can go first.
Hit me with it.
My biggest B was actually a capital C, the captain, in our introduction to the captain. He was I had to read this. He was a big bootied, boy briefed, bowl cut Buttafuoco blast and blow with brass balls.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week.
That's the showstopper right there. Holy shit. That's good. No, I don't have one quite like that. I do have bowl cuts, a bathroom, Billy, Rocca. We had a band, which we don't get many of those. We had many blasts. We had blood. We had blades. We had a blood brother. We had bikers. We had literal bags of trash. We had several butterfly knives.
Yes, we did.
We had a beach. We had somebody blowing their brains out. We had boobs.
Blowing a brain.
We had Buttafuocos. We had blazes. And we had a bazooka. JD, did you have any extras?
We had birth control.
We did have birth control. I thought I wrote that down.
Did we?
Did you say blast as in like the head popping off? Because that was the first kill. Was this guy just had his head blown off? It wasn't even a zombie. It was just like standing there.
It's just like a henchman.
It was way too early for that shot.
Yeah.
Oh, bar, crow. I know that's not really a B, but we forgot to mention
crowbar.
There is an Ian in this movie, and he's got a I don't even know where he comes from, but he's just sitting on the back of a truck, and he has like something in his hand, like a book, and he has a crowbar through his mouth out the back of his head.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
There. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's no like explanation to what happened to him. The zombies don't use tools in this, so somebody else killed him that way.
Somebody else did, yeah. The backlight for that cool shot you were talking about, and blue light filters on.
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say blue. Yeah, blue light in that silhouette shot for sure.
And then of course the honorary B, we had Pepsi.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
We had Pepsi all over this fucking thing.
And Pepsi won. Usually Coke comes in and kills everybody.
Yeah.
But Pepsi lasted.
Pepsi
I don't know if Jonathan gets any of this, but it's...
Well, I think that wraps up the B's, so we can go ahead and rate this thing. Let's start with JD.
Oh, man, this is hard, but...
It is tough.
Ooh. Because I did mention at the beginning, I was like... Because we started watching this, and it's Jonathan's pick, and he's new to the show. And he was smiling, and he's like, oh, it's like one of my favorite movies. And I'm like, wait, did he pick like a good movie? You know, like, so I'm not saying that it didn't evolve into something else, but I don't know like how trashy. I'm just gonna go with four bags.
All right.
Solid. Really fun. when he slices the mothership at the end with his katana.
The fucking katana, man.
Holy shit! There's like notes of Scott Pilgrim in this. There's some Tarantino riffs. It's a rad fucking movie. Four bags, 5 stars.
All right, Jonathan, how are you feeling on this one? You've seen it a few times, so
yeah. So I had a great time watching it, you guys. By the way, so on the trash rating, I don't think it's like a trash film. You know what I mean? Not necessarily.
Sure.
And it can't. If I could, I'd give it 0.
Oh,
but
0 condoms for this movie.
0, yeah. But
if anybody tuned in last week,
only because I don't use condoms.
So I'll go with as close as I get. I guess I'll give it one bag of trash.
Okay.
I think it's 5 stars, but 1 bag of trash.
I got you.
Wow.
All right, 1 bag. JP.
I'm gonna go 4.5 bags.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
It was 5 bags, but that 5th bag got disemboweled by a katana sword, and the trash kind of fell over the street, and the raccoons got half of it. So
were they raccoon zombies?
4 bags and then half of a shredded up bag. Yes, they were raccoon zombies.
Okay.
From Raccoon City.
Yeah, for me, I mean, this movie is very interesting to me in that it's one of those that I enjoyed watching it, but I enjoyed talking about it more. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like talking about it kind of colors the experience of watching it a little bit. And there was a lot of this movie that made me think of Never Too Young to Die in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the movie that had Gene Simmons in it and John Stamos and all of that.
Fucking, of course.
That's a good comparison because it was like, that's why I gave it 4. And I'm sorry to step on your rating, but I'm just because Jonathan gave it 1. I feel like I want to explain a little bit. Like, it had so many tropes of the trash films and so many exciting things we look for in trash films. I'm not saying it's for, this thing sucks and it's a piece of shit. Like, I mean, like, it had like all the exciting stuff, but it wasn't quite the 5 stars that I've given it to. So it did all that like really fucking well.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
Good thing it's just a fucking opinion, JD.
Yeah, sorry.
Dumb bitch.
Asshole.
But when I think about it, it reminded me a lot of Never Too Young to Die. And my big problem with Never Too Young to Die was, Never Too Young to Die, Gene Simmons' character is intersex, if you remember. And they make that a weird plot point at the end where they're like, well, he's evil because he's intersex. And that's why he should be feared. And that was kind of weird to me. Whereas this one is very pro, like, man, trans people are people too, and just love who you love, and who gives a fuck, like, whatever. I was like, hell yeah, that's cool. On the other hand, it doesn't have as much of the trash tropes as I would want, and I don't know. It's kind of in the middle for me. So I'm going pretty much down the middle. I'm going 3 bags of trash on this one. So. Good flick. I loved watching it. I loved talking about it. Like, I'm glad that I have it in my back pocket now, because anybody who's seen this, I'm gonna want to talk to about.
Yeah, this was cool.
It's worth talking about.
And I think if you really did dig the music, like, go look up their catalog, because there's some good tunes.
Yeah,
and
it's all mostly in English.
Yeah. Like, this movie has a ton, like a huge soundtrack. That was the only part of the credits we could see also. Yeah.
The fucking credits.
The credits. Yeah. Fuck.
Is that a B blurry credits? No. There was like flame over it or something, but we couldn't.
I feel like anything. That was
like they were in hell.
The trashiest part of the movie was the fucking credits.
Yes.
It
Yes.
felt like like obviously it was intentional, the effect they put on it, but it felt like they didn't want anyone to know who was a part of this movie.
Yeah, they were like trying to Alan Smithy the whole thing in a weird way. It's fucked up, man.
Except the music, we got to let them know. The music's the most important part.
Yeah.
Music fucking shreds, bro. Gotta let them know. Which the music is fucking great. So
Yeah, it is.
There's no limits to rock and roll.
there's no limits. So that is 3.125 bags of trash on average from the Trash Movie Kings for 1999's Wild Zero. Yeah, great fucking time. If you don't already, give us a follow on social media, Trash Movie Kings. Shoot us an email, trashmoviekings@gmail.com. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify, all that kind of shit. Jonathan, do you have anything coming up at Rec Room that you want to plug? Anything like that?
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. So we have a play that opens up on the 20th, right in time for Halloween, and it's a horror play.
Nice.
It's the first one that we've done, so I'm really excited. Matt Hune, who is the owner, is actually directing this play, and it's called Put Your House in Order. I'm very excited for it. So if y'all like spooky stuff, come check it out.
Cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And when is that? When does that open and when does it close?
It opens on the 20th of October and it closes on the 20th of November.
Oh, okay, cool. So
Oh,
a whole
nice.
month.
We got some time to see it.
Whole month, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So that's
And people can get their tickets at RecRoomArts.org.
cool. And are there like social media handles to follow or anything like that?
Yeah, you can follow us on Rec Room HTX on Instagram for the theater, and then if they want to follow me, I do a podcast as well called Booze and News. They could just look up that on Instagram or Twitch and all that stuff.
Awesome. Cool, man. Well, thank you for being on this tonight. It was good to have you. I know that it's late on a Thursday night, but we appreciate you being here.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. I've been your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Justin Petty, JD Karpicki, and of course, Jonathan Fleissman. Thank you to Southern Star Brewing Company for the beer for tonight's episode. Thank you all for listening and for watching, and we will see you next time.